Welcome back to Satisfactory. Oh boy, I'm laughing because it's been a heck of a couple days. Update 8 just came out and there's so much to look at and so much to explore and everything just looks amazing. But for right now, we need to put in a couple of manufacturers for the purposes of heavy modular frames. So we're just going to knock that out. This isn't going to be a huge build, though I've said that before. Interesting that, okay, that's perfect. It's odd that I'm not seeing any lighting here. And I do think I want to max that out. Let's see, now that I've changed that, will we get... Huh, the other three still aren't working, but the first one worked. That purple light is showing all over the place. It's funny. Let's grab the... Let's grab the mats for a couple of manufacturers. Somewhere in here I've got a chunk of plastic. And then we're looking for a couple of motors, maybe. Oh, it only takes 5 motors. For some reason I thought it took 50. Yeah, so we want to make enough enough heavy modular frames here just to have a few frames to, you know, some walking around heavy modular frames. We're not trying to make a million heavy modular frames. Though these manufacturers are so big, it might not make sense to even have all this lighting. Let's see if we can drop this edge and maybe this other edge. And we'll just replace that. We need to at least replace this edge so we can have room for... Now, how did you build way over there? Thank you. There's this thing called Zoop that I should really look into. That's much better. You know, even if I go on the very edge, I don't know that I can fit 2 of these in here comfortably. Well, it won't be comfortable, but they will fit. We'll have to deal with the import-export on this mini service layer that we're building out here. Let's get ourselves some organizational help here. One of these towers is too tall. See, right there is on the edge. So if we go back 2 clicks and then over basically to the edge. Then we'll push this one to the edge. That's not bad. Then on this, we'd want the alternate. Make use of all of our gloriously local materials. And I'm starting to wonder if I left myself enough room under here. I should have put this on a blueprint. Well, if it makes me feel any better, I couldn't have put it on a blueprint. I think it's called T-Space. Yeah, it was this one that I used. And that's the new line, but the old line was 50% of that, right? Like this. And then move over like that. Let's take the height. Just rebuild this again. So what does it turn out to be? Delete this edge. And see if we can be super skilled. Nope. Let's get closer. We'll probably end up having to make a full-time heavy modular frame factory at some point here in the future. This is just so we make enough heavy modular frames so we have enough to make the machines that we need to make heavy modular frames properly. Luckily, I handcrafted a bunch, so we have a chunk. In the good old days, video games would not put you in a situation where the thing you want to make requires the thing that that thing makes. But in this case, that's not necessarily the case because you need heavy modular frames to build manufacturers. And if you want to automate heavy modular frames, it takes manufacturers. So you will have some handcrafting to be done, unless you find a bunch of them. You can find them. The game is trying to tell me that that's where I want to line that up. Let's build it twice and then take a look before we continue. Okay. That's our basics. And we'll do something to fully support those here in a minute. The question is, how do we get all the stuff that we need to make this thing build in place? We could put not a smart splitter, but a splitter In order for this to work, we would need a splitter. I think we need like this. Let's find the center here. One, two, turn this. 1, 2. Let's look below and make sure that we don't have a mass amount of conveyor belts. Okay, we don't. We're good. Of course, if we don't have a bunch of conveyor belts, can we do what we're doing up here, down here? Let's see. Maybe. Nah, I think I'm okay doing it here. We're gonna cover it all up anyway. This is definitely one of those things where you build it once and then you never have to come back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the other half, 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe we do something as simple as highs and lows. Of course, if we put this in there, then we'll have no way to get to the other side. This is one of those very simple puzzles. Sometimes I do wish I had the ability to do sushi belts in a more reliable way. Yeah, I knew it was going to be one too many. We're out of encased beams. Let's see if we have a good chunk over here. There's 100 in here. That's enough. It's ever so slightly curving me out. I'm trying to avoid it so we don't go outside the wall. But I think that's okay. Okay. 2 done, out of the way. Any lessons learned from those 2? Not really. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it into this one and over that one. Manufacturers, man, I gotta tell you what, they're the worst. Okay. let's see how close we are with that. I want to look at our parts and our heavies, and I want to take a look at this, add it to our to-do list. Now it's just going to be a matter of whipping a bunch of different things all around the world here. But while we're thinking about it, our construction goods are winding down, which is good because our construction in this area is winding down. But we do have our beam drop-off collection point. They made a change to this. I don't like it. I got a scroll in here. It should make it so you don't have to scroll. But it does feel more like a container. So I give them the look and feel bonus points for that. Just take away the scroll. It's my web 1.0. All right. Modular frames. I think they're being stored over here. Nope. Pipes are being stored over here. We also need pipes. I am not trying to make this double under service layer look pretty. Oh, really? Pipes are done. What is this right here? In case beams are going out. Well, we could just tap into this right here. I really need to stop making smart splitters. Accidentally, anyway. Make them on purpose all you like. And we'll go here. And then we'll go here. There's probably good storage of them over here, right? Oh, yeah. All right, so that's encased industrial beams and steel pipes done. Now we got to get the concrete and the modular frames. Now, I still think the modular frames are somewhere around here. Ah, they're down here. There we go. Some serious pasta down here. All right, modular frames, encased beams, steel pipe. All we have left now is concrete. I know there's concrete flying around somewhere down here. Surely. There it is. We'll just tap this. I don't know what this is connecting to right now. Yeah, it looks like it's connecting to an output. This is a splitter? Yep, okay. We'll just get this up and over. Okay. These should be loaded, except they need power to take on materials. Where is this connected? We're going to have to connect through the display sign. And now these two guys are connected together. There we go. It's always nice when you see stuff moving. And then honestly, I was just thinking about putting some architecture up. Something as simple as an absolute ton of beams. Interesting. If I'm going to connect these two in this same way, I'm going to have to go with that so they can connect side by side. I'm building a lot of extra. Using pillars as walls just gives you a little bit more. Just another texture option when you go to build. Of course, you can only zoop these one direction. I built a lot of duplicated stuff there. Okay. These guys are rocking and rolling. Now we just need to connect these two down. And then I could probably just connect that over there as well. So what we'll do is we'll just put this in like this. You know, now I'm thinking about it. Let's just drop it to the ground while we're here. And we have a desired drop point. So we'll just move those over here. Oh. That's just too clipped. We'll go up to the roof, I suppose, to get around that. And then we'll come back down. And there's our heavy modular frame output. And like I said, it's not going to be a million a minute, but it'll be enough to have us, it'll give us enough to make a heavy modular frame factory in the future. Man, these are slow. 2.8 per minute. I could ramp these up. And now I'm making 7 per minute. Do I want this? Do I even want to be able to get up there? I don't know. Maybe. Just kind of experimenting with different things other than walls as walls. Let's take a look at one thing, though. We're looking at this. We're consuming... It's right at 100, right under 100 per minute. And there's no way we're making 100 per minute over here. $15 max. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, so... 75 max. So we're talking closer to 75 divided by 4, 18. So let's say it's 15. Okay. 1 overclock is 14. While we're doing other stuff, we'll make these heavy modular frames. Then we'll come back and at a different location, obviously. We'll make a proper heavy modular frame factory. Like I said, we're just kind of experimenting with the look of using all pylon or all what? All pillars for walls. I could have sworn that these pillars took color. Now they're acting more like the metal frames. It's a bit of a bummer if true. Okay, yeah, so I think this is going to look about right. I think we can go ahead and cover this. At least on this side, right? Maybe we'll dump these out into a train station. We'll dump all the stuff that we're making in this area into a train station for some higher level processing. But the problem with heavy modular frames is that it takes a lot of machines to make them in any amount that's worthy of a factory. They do make cool sounds, though. But I think we're good now. We're going to call that. We're going to have a short video today. Only 47 minutes. And this might be the end for the heavy modular frames factory. This area, though, I am going to have to come back and do some design. Do some heavy-duty design work. Though... I kind of want to do some heavy-duty design work right now. Uh-oh, this is halfway. Let's get that out of there. All right, we are going to put in a little bit of a element. One, two, three. All right. One more arch for the kid, I think. Of course, since you've seen the thumbnail, you already knew I was going to do this. You knew I was not going to let it go. Need to find a point where I can stand. Maybe one more higher. This is going to be my biggest arch yet. Every now and again, I just want to check to make sure there's not a quicker way to do this. There isn't. I could find the rhythm, though. I was just thinking, I do have a secret thing that I want to do with this that I need to hurry up and do before somebody else beats me to it. Oh, ran out of concrete. Yikes. They just made this whole interface smaller for some reason. It's very weird. I don't understand why they did this. Maybe one more. I have to just kind of find that maybe it's here. Nope. This hanging element might be too big. And you can't nudge things down. Let's see if we can find a spot right in here where we can deal with this. If it's in the way, I don't see where it is. Let's load our hanging element. So the original has it hanging by some lighting. We don't need this or that. We want to keep this electrical though. Basically that. If it's tall enough, it might not be tall enough. Well, you know, one thing you can do is we could just lock it and then take a look around, see how it looks. It's nowhere near tall enough. It would need to be, well, it would need to be at least, I'd probably say 4 of these taller. Let me, I'm going to delete this. It's not a blueprint, so we have to do it manually. Then I want to go up 1, 2. Something like that. And it wouldn't hurt my feelings if it ended up more over here. But maybe it should be here. Who knows how tall this is? Just checking to make sure that these are the right heights. Okay. If it were kind of up here in height, let's see if we can see that before we finish it. Yeah, if it were hanging kind of like, ooh, actually, wait a minute. Does this solve a different problem as well? I could probably nudge it from here. Build this first. Of course, I'd have to force connect it. I think having this pylon here is going to solve a problem for us. For sure. But I think first I need to build the arch. So I'm going to cut the rebuild out here. But you tell me, should I leave that in? Is it better that I cut it, or is it better that... Would it have been better for you to see me rebuild this whole thing over again? Looking forward to the comment. But I'll be right back. Okay, looks like we are perfectly 90 degree, or maybe one more away. Let's see. Maybe just one past it, just to give it a hang point. That's definitely in the ballpark. And I had to build myself a little extra scaffolding here to stand. And now, let's see if we can do this hanging element guy. Ooh, I think this is where nudge comes in. Let's H this. I don't think you can nudge vertically. But that's a big nudge. I could go, well, I think there's actually the best one. Let's click that. And then once we remove all of this temporary stuff, it's not perfect, but I think it's pretty close. Nice reminder of where the heavy modular frames are being made. Okay. I'll connect these other two off camera. And we'll get you out of here with just under an hour video. And just as a reminder, the hanging element, there's a blueprint video for that on the channel, so you can learn how to make your own. And the arch is just the arch, holding up a beautiful piece of artwork. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.